Hi guys, welcome to another video. So today is Friday. I'm going to talk about is it a good time to buy US stocks. So there are three things that our friends or our media are telling us that are wrong. So I'm going to tell you using my with my 20 years of experience listening to some irrelevant news or some news or data that are not relevant at all, so that I missed a lot of chance of investing, but I really grasped the mastered chance of losing money. So I really don't want you guys to repeat my steps. So I'm going to share three things that not with nowadays our friends or media is talking about, but they're not really relevant to whether or not is it still a good timing to invest in US stocks. So first of all, please welcome to our notification and subscription squad. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification button. And also, my Facebook page is also Gregory C. Hopefully, whenever I have some new videos coming up and uploaded, you'll be one of the first ones who watch them. Okay, so please leave me a comment if you have any question, and if it is helpful, please smash the like button and also share to friends, because this is something that we keep on asking, but we kept on seeing that the indices and stocks keep on going, hitting new record and after record after record, right? So is this still a good timing to invest in US stocks? So because the question is, we've seen the index, especially Nasdaq on S&P 500, the index has been going up really fast and high. Okay, so it went from, I guess it went from 4,400 points to now 6,000 points. And trust me, 6 years or 7 years ago, when US is going to have saying that they were going to raise the interest rate, and also they will stop the QE, and people think that US has gone is gone crazy, right? But by that time, my target was set to 4,000 points, and then 5,000, and since recently 6,000. In the beginning, at the end of last year, I said it's 6,000 to 7,000. If you remember, it's 5,800 to 6,000. Okay, it's just beginning of the year. So it's when Donald Trump was elected, people was really terrified about the tech stocks, and I say yes, that's the chance that we should buy Amazon, Google, and Facebook, etc. Okay, so it's a good time to buy because the price is really high, right? The first thing that is so wrong is we are using today's price and compare to the price last week or last month. Okay, just because of the price of the index has gone up by 10% or 20% doesn't mean it is overvalued. Okay, so that's different story. For example, now Nasdaq is 6,200 points. Let's say today is really high, right? Because you see that the index has gone up really fast and high. Okay, in the short term, what if Nasdaq hits 7,000 next month? Okay, so is today too high, too expensive, or still too low? Okay, so it's not relevant at all, because the price is just something that me and you in the market was selling and buying to each other. Okay, but intrinsically inside the index there's a valuation. So never is about the price. Same as housing market, it's exactly the same. Whether or not it will go up or go down is not just measured and calculated by our bare eyes. Okay, not by own eyes. It's about thing about the valuation, and of course the economy, and as well as the technical analysis. So it is not the reason you should sell or never buy any stocks because you missed the chance. Okay, for example, I talk about Amazon, right? When it was like $800 or $700 just beginning of the year, right? Not just that, I missed $700, and I also missed the $800. Oh, now it's $100 again. Okay, again. Okay, so it's too expensive. That's wrong, because that question has been asked many times. Okay, beginning of the year, the price was here, $700 to $800 maybe. So from $800 going up, it was going up to $900. It's $100, okay? Is already really expensive with our own instinct, okay? But when it hit 1,000, now what, okay? So it can hit another 1,100, 1,200, right? It's about the valuation. Everything I talk about, Google, Facebook, Snapchat, Amazon, Snapchat, don't buy Snapchat, okay? Everything is about, every time I say it, it's about valuation first, okay? And then technically. And then about the price, whether or not it has gone up quickly or too slowly, it doesn't matter, okay? Because there's the fair value. Whether or not the fair value is above or below, that's the only question you should ask, okay? So that's about the valuation. The second thing that is wrong is about, oh, now there's some, now the price is really high, right? Really high, has gone up really fast. And now, plus the second reason is there's still lots of different news, okay? Because there's uncertainties from Donald Trump, there's uncertainties of Brexit, and September there's the biggest economy in the Eurozone, that's Germany. They're having the presidential election, right? There's so many uncertainties and bad news, and the people still have debts, and Spain, and they still have debts, right? Trust me, after like 20 years, there are 2 to 3 bull and bear cycles. Trust me, when there's no bad news, it's really a big bad news, okay? I'm telling you, because remember this, Lehman Brothers. This when it was like 2008, right? 2008 October, okay? I started buying stocks at that time, right when the week when Lehman Brothers and AIG was going to file bankruptcy, okay? So that was the point at here. 2008 here, okay? It's pretty much close to here, okay? It's when people started to die, and to like, of course we can remind them you're going to die, but the first thing we should protect ourselves. People who leverage too much, it will eventually go. When the weakest people or companies gone, then we will have a chance, have a clean ecosystem again, and then we can go up. The index and stock will be bottom out. Okay, that's the only chance. But remember the reason is the subprime mortgages. This the peak, right? Remember that time people kept talking about subprime mortgage. Even HSBC, the 2 biggest mortgages in US and even AIG. Everything has the mortgages people started to they couldn't pay their mortgages, right? When was that? It's 2006. Okay, people ignored it for 1.5 years, 18 months, until Fed raised the first decision that in the past 10 years is the first time cutting the interest rate for the first time. And people say, what? People say cutting interest rates is good news, okay? In my previous video, I told you that in the past 6 years of United States history, okay, 100% of the time when it goes into the interest rate hike cycle, 100% of the time assets and housing market will hit new high one after another, okay? 100% of the time when they cut the rate is the end of the bull cycle, is recession, right? When it cut to interest rate, people say, oh, let's fire it up, okay? It went from here, I remember it's September, right, to here in no time, okay? It's just from here, 2,400 points, and then to 3,000 points in just like 1.1 month, okay? So when there's no bad news, there's really bad news. Trust me, every time it's like that. If you forgot, I give you one more example. Nortel. Who here remember Nortel, right? My friend used to work in Nortel, is fired, and people used to buy Nortel, bankrupt, okay? Nortel was really big, right? It's just the tech bubble, saying that tech bubble is the completely new industry, right? People say that no, they don't have PE, they don't have earnings, right? So you shouldn't invest in that. Even Warren Buffett said, oh, I missed the chance, but again, if I had to choose it again, I won't invest in something that I don't know, right? People have legit bad news, okay? But people say that it is a completely new industry. That's why we can't use PE. We use our eyeballs. Okay, we set the counters in the website and Angel Fire and Friendster is after that, and the counters and stuff like that. Say the counters is now the earnings. Now we have PE, right? Damn, you're dead. Okay, so people is like that because people, you and me are human. Human is just like that. Okay, where sometimes they're really pessimistic, sometimes they're too optimistic. It's just these two ways. Okay, now is the people is still pessimistic. It's not too optimistic that the bubble is going to burst. So there's no bubble. Again, in the previous video, I talk about the bubble in quantified way because of the interest rate and how high is it is really low, right? The bubble doesn't really exist now. Even it exists, it's too small that it won't burst, okay? So the second thing that is there's the bad news and stuff, that's excuses, right? I would say that if there's bad news, that some people will be pessimistic and some people will be optimistic. That's really balanced out. Okay, that's balanced out. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now thinking about that, that's again irrelevant. Okay, the last one is that so last one is the third reason is that the third reason is that I should always know before I invest. Okay, I have to always know to invest. Okay, by looking at this is saying that the price is going up really high, right? Again, I'll let you see this from S&P 500. From 2009, it went up from 600 points to now 2,400. It's like 4 times, right? Look at that. From the 70s, around 70s, it went from 60 points to the 240 points. Okay, so right, it's 4 times, right? But it kept on going up. Okay, you say that, oh, there's the kind of 3 days recession in the 80s, right? That's right. Okay, I count from this, right? I can count from this. It's 200 points times 4 is 800. Let's see. 800 is so high. Remember in our mind. When it was like not 4 times, when it's double 2 times, people say it's too expensive, and they started not to invest in the stocks from that day on. Okay, that's so wrong, right? It's just like housing. You sell your house too soon. Okay, people nowadays just rent a house because they can never purchase a new house because they sold it. Okay, people say that, oh, I just sold it. I have $1 million in my pocket. I can just spend it wisely and invest and wait until the housing market come back down. So bang, I can kick into the market again. Wrong. It's all in your head. It's never about the market, right? I did that. I make that mistake so many times. Our assumptions is never relevant. Okay, it's always about the market. See, when you say we say that 800 points is the peak, right? See, 900, 1,000, 1,100. 200, 1,400. That's the history, right? So you say, oh, that's too crazy, right? Not every time the cycle will be that crazy. You're right. So the answer to the third question is that you don't always have to know everything because in invest, you just have to know your risk, the biggest risk. And if you set cut loss and you don't leverage, and you have the risk calculated, you can do this business. After all, it's just a business, right? There's no business that without a risk, a tiny bit of risk. If you want to do business without risk, you're too damn greedy. That's it, right? All right. So that's my way telling myself, oh, if that's a good stock, you have done your homework, bang, just kick in. Okay, just buy it because you have calculated risk. Now, the last thing we should do is to think of a situation with 360. Not 360, it's just like sphere, all around, okay? Until you have done your homework and then you have calculated risk, just invest. If you're not sure you're doing the homework like 360, all right? You can invest just a little bit until you make the smaller mistakes because your mistake is not too big that you have to go into bankruptcy, but that mistake can optimize your portfolio and strategy, all right? So when you feel that your strategy is more optimized, you can add more to invest, okay? You can add more cash to your portfolio, all right? That's really what I should have done when I was still young, right? But I didn't do that because I just went all in, okay? That's the biggest mistake I've done. But the only thing I kept doing, and I keep doing now, is to keep on optimizing my strategy. Okay, it's never the end. It's never an end. Okay, so right now I'm just suggesting you guys to look at my previous videos, saying that I urge you guys that this is we call a slow bull market. Okay, it's going steadily, but when it went up with the interest rate too high and people still investing and speculating, right? That's the last phase of the bull cycle. Now I estimate the earliest we will have 1 to 2 years left of this for this bull cycle. So as long as the bubble is not too big and it's not bursting, we should do some kind of investment. Not all, right? I'm not asking you to do all, but we should do a little bit at least. For example, Amazon is again $1,000. Okay, Google is again $1,000. Okay, we just can't watch it because if you're watching this video, most likely in your household, you are the one managing money. All right, you really have to bust our butts to learn something that we should invest in. We should protect ourselves against inflation. It's not because doing nothing is also a risk. All right, so that's all I should say. And people keep asking me, oh, should I buy US stock now? Yes, you can. But right now, yes, it's a bit too high according to price. But if you're afraid, that's okay. You can just, let's say if you want to buy $1,000, you can buy 500 right now. When it adjusts downwards a little bit, you can buy the rest, okay? Or if it doesn't adjust, when it goes up, you can add the remaining $500. So now you have plan A and plan B. Instead of plan C, just speculate, okay? Just watch. That's being speculative has nothing to do, it's passive. It's not proactive, right? So hopefully, that's all I can say. Hopefully you guys inspired in some way. And if you have any questions about this, because it's really a 2 hours topic, right? So I can't really cover 100% of the stories. But so if there's anything that I didn't explain too well, maybe I did. So please ask the questions in the comments box below. And lastly, if it's helpful, please give me a like and share it to your friends. That's all I ask. Hopefully we can challenge 1,000 subscribers. That's it. That's how I'm looking for. All right. Again, if you are in the East Coast, I'm going to Toronto and New York in the mid-July to mid-August. I'm going to host a seminar and 4 classes in Chinese for now. So if you guys are interested, leave me a message. I will host in English probably. Okay. Anyway. Good luck to you all. Have a good weekend. I'll see you next time. Remember to subscribe and like the page. Goodbye.